Every morning, every day, we are looking at the future. The teachers, the staff, the parents, the family of St. Michael's, we all know that the experience we give to our kids today will influence who they become tomorrow. It is why we are all committed to providing the very best foundational education possible.
2x plus...
Over the course of 50 years, those commitments, big and small, have become our legacy. It began humbly in 1963 as a small parish school, but 2 decades later, it really took off with the advent of the middle school.
I'm Father Jesse Vaughn. I arrived in August of 1981 to become the new head of St. Michael's Episcopal Day School. The charge by the Board of Trustees in appointing me was for me to add a middle school component.
He had the expertise, he had the vision, he was an Episcopal priest. He was ideally suited to take this preschool and develop it into the premier K-8 school it is today.
What was very interesting is that the facilities were not in place for the additional grades. We needed additional classroom spaces, and that was accomplished by bringing on portables.
We had a number of portable buildings out here on a parking lot that were more representative of a construction project than a school.
There were decks on the back. We had trailers and prefabs.
Those kind of old-time portable classrooms where the trailers were a little bit rickety.
They weren't well air-conditioned. They weren't well heated. They weren't well soundproofed. They were terrible.
It worked for a while, but it was very clear that the programs and what the vision of this school was couldn't happen without better facilities.
Out of that, and it came from the board, the decision was made to rebuild the campus.
It was a huge deal, as I remember it.
We interviewed parents, we took surveys.
And vetted, the entire community, including some alumni.
Steamrollers, they were like, we're going, we're doing it, we're gonna raise money.
Everyone was on board all at once. We were just kind of all marching forwards.
We packed up those classrooms the day after school was over, and that afternoon the bulldozers were out there. The whole entire place went down. No one could believe we would do it. And the second week of September, we opened school with an entire new campus with a new library, a new computer lab, fabulous new classrooms, state-of-the-art equipment.
And I have to tell you, walking around school the first day thing, the parents looked like second graders. They were so excited because no one really believed we could do it. And to walk through and see the kids so excited and the teachers so excited to have clean, new facilities that could really encourage the kids and encourage the teachers to be able to really take off in what they wanted to do was it was electric. It was absolutely electric.
The gym was in the master plan. However, we did not raise enough money to be able to build the gym.
And then we got to thinking, if we wait, it's going to be twice as much. And the decision was made, let's go forward. Let's borrow the money, let's build it.
I think there was so much enthusiasm, and also costs were really beneficial at the time, and sometimes you have to take a leap of faith.
I'm glad that we did, because I think if we hadn't, we would have never built the gym. It just wouldn't have happened, but the time was right. And I'm glad we did, because that gym is state-of-the-art fabulous for a K-8 school.
I really think that we were clearly a pace setter.
The thing that I love about this place is it is ever forward thinking. It is always about the future. It is always about what can we do better.
We couldn't just sit back and say, well, we built this new school, it's all finished. No, you're always moving forward in education. It's a dynamic process. It's really never finished.
In 2007, the debt had been paid down to $1.8 million. We evaluated the facilities that we had and recognized that we really needed to do something different in some key areas.
Specifically, math, art, science, and technology. It was absolutely clear that we needed 21st century learning facilities.
The purpose was to teach children in a world where they are living, where all this technology and science and things are in their lives, to teach them in their language.
The decision was made to reissue the bond, and at the same time, we increased the amount from 1.8 to 5 million.
And then the economy tanked.
It was how do we take this economic disaster in the economy and not let it sidetrack us?
So the decision was made to do some infrastructure. We gated the campus. We added an entrance off of Cottage into the campus, which allowed us to build a promenade as the entrance to the campus.
Interestingly, the recession had a silver lining. It made building much less expensive. In 2010, we were able to build the IMAST for 1/2 of what it would have cost 2 years prior had we done it then.
So we felt that we needed to do it. We felt that we were making a wise decision in moving forward.
I think it was brilliant. We are the premier school, as far as I'm concerned, in Sacramento in terms of independent schools, and that is a huge piece of what that's all about. Other schools are now copying it. We were 3 years ahead of the game. I'm proud to say it. St. Michael's has achieved great changes over its 50 years, from its birth in the 60s, the middle school in the 80s, a new campus in the 90s, smart property acquisition, key infrastructure, to the wonderful IMAST complex. Throughout this process, we have always been true to our mission, educating young children in academics as well as character. This has never changed. This is not going to change. It is what we are about. But what has changed is how children learn. Education is constantly changing, and we are devoted to always staying ahead of those changes.
In all the campaigns they have done, has been focused on the future and creating an environment that is going to help them excel.
The children are the future. So you make the commitment to the children, you make the commitment to the future. I mean, it's as simple as that.
Is the legacy of St. Michael's, an enduring commitment to provide the very best facilities, faculty, and curriculum to mold and inspire the leaders of tomorrow.
When I am with you, there's no place I'd rather be. Yeah.
As chairman of the Capital Campaign, I want you to join me and all those before us in making St. Michael's a great institution, not just today, but into tomorrow.